Welcome to Cloud Infrastructure Services YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to show you how you can set up a Weka Machine Learning solution on Windows Server 2019 hosted on Amazon Web Services. So simply click the link in the description box to come to this marketplace listing for Amazon, and from here you want to create a new EC2 virtual machine with this particular image. Now this image comes with a pre-installed Weka Machine Learning CLI and the GUI as well. So simply click on continue to subscribe. Once that is done, you would be brought to this subscription page for the product. So simply click on accept terms and then wait for the subscription validation process to fully complete. Now once the subscription validation process is done, simply click on continue to configuration. After that, you would be brought to this page from where you can choose the AMI, the software version and the region or zone where you want to deploy your virtual machine. So simply choose the zone that you want and then click on continue to launch. After that, you will be brought to this page from where you get different launch options. So you can launch the EC2 virtual machine from either this website or from the EC2 management console. So what I like to do is that I like to change it from the website to EC2 and then click on launch. Now doing this opens up the EC2 management console in a new tab. Now within this tab, you can basically customize your virtual machine. So provide your virtual machine with a deployment name. So I'm going to call this one as Weka, and then scroll down and make sure that the image is the one that you got from the link in the description box. After that, scroll down even more and then choose the instance type of the virtual machine according to your requirement, and then choose a key pair by creating a new one or by choosing an already existing one. Remember that this is the key pair that we would be using to connect to our virtual machine using an RDP connection. Once that is done, simply scroll down and you can leave the network settings as default. Once all of that is done and once you're satisfied with the settings, simply click on launch instance to actually deploy this virtual machine. So simply wait for the deployment process to fully complete. Now once the deployment process is done, the next step is to connect to our virtual machine using an RDP connection. Now for this, simply click on view all instances, and in here you would see your newly created virtual machine listed right over here. Now to connect to it, simply right click and then choose connect. After that, you would be brought to this page, so you're going to shift over to the RDP client tab. Now in this tab, you can see that we have the public DNS, the username, and we do not have the password. Now to use the RDP connection, we need to get this password, so simply click on get password. Now in this page, you can see that it is asking us to upload our key pair, so simply click on browse and then locate your key pair. Once you have done that, you would see your private key right over here, so simply click on decrypt password to get a password for a session. So now what you're going to do is you're going to simply hit Windows, type in remote desktop connection, and you're going to open up this application, and then you're going to copy the public DNS and paste it in front of the computer field and then click on show options so that you can type in the username. So copy the username, place it in front of the username field and then click on connect. And then it is going to prompt you for the password. So copy the password and then paste it in this field and then click on OK. Now it is going to prompt you one last time, so simply click on yes and then wait for the connection to be fully established with our virtual machine. Now once the connection has been established with the virtual machine, you also need to wait for the Windows Server 2019 to completely load. Now Weka comes with two different user interfaces. So we have the Weka CLI, which is basically a command line interface or console, and then we have Weka with a GUI. So both of those have been placed on the desktop for your convenience, so you can choose whichever user interface that you want to use. Even though this is not a tutorial for Weka, but we are going to open it up and explore some of the options that we get with Weka. So simply open up Weka GUI from the desktop. So once you open up Weka, you basically get this little tiny dialog box. Now this has different applications. So we have the Explorer, the Experimenter, the Knowledge Flow, Workbench, Simple CLI, and we're going to simply head inside the Explorer. So in this Explorer, you basically can explore details about a dataset, and once the dataset has been loaded, you can go inside classify, cluster, and associate, which are different machine learning techniques. So Weka is known as a very useful machine learning tool when it comes to learning or getting started with the machine learning. So how to open up a database? So basically you can simply click on open file to include a dataset with Weka. You can simply use a URL to include a dataset, and you can even directly connect a set of instances from a database. Once you have selected a dataset, the attributes or the properties of that dataset would be presented right over here. So this contains the information, and then this tag which says attribute would contain all of the attributes that are present in that dataset. Now once you select a database from within that tab, you get the information about that selected attribute within this little tiny dialog box. Another thing is that this little white area would be used to show the histogram of the selected attribute within that dataset. Anyways, like I've mentioned before that this is not a tutorial about how to use Weka, but I will leave a link of the official documentation by Weka in the description box so you can use that to learn Weka. Anyways, that brings us to the end of this tutorial. Now if you have any queries regarding this tutorial, make sure to leave that query in the comment section down below and we will get to you as soon as possible. And make sure to check out the links in the description box for the marketplace listing for AWS and also for the step-by-step blog post guide on how to set up Weka on AWS. And finally, if this video has helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel.